Good. Okay, move of the day. We're going to be going over side control escape today. I'm going to show you guys the basic side control escape and then a couple tips of things you can do if you don't have the good frames that you need to do the escape that we're going to do. Okay, so James has me in side control here. All right. So if he has my inside space, meaning he's inside my arms, this is the worst case scenario for me. Okay. What I want to have, loosen up, I want to have a frame on his hip, all right, using my forearm and my wrist, not my hand, because if I put my hand on his hip like this, there's a chance that he could drop his weight on it and wrist lock me, and it really hurts. So we're just using our forearm, framing it on the hip bone here, okay? And you want your other hand in front of his face, across his throat, across his jawline. You can grab the shoulder, or you could just have it open. But you want to create this frame right here, okay? This is good for me. I have my inside space back. And I want to have this leg active. This leg should be in touch with his body, okay? Some people rest it here, some people just keep it up. But I can't see what he's doing down there with his legs, if he's going to step over to mount or whatever. So I need to have this leg so I can kind of feel what's going on. So ideally you want to pinch. If I can get to this position, the escape from here is pretty easy. I feel like I'm going to be able to get out if I get to this position, okay? We're going to do a big hip escape that way. I'm going to use this frame to hold his hip, okay? I'm going to push up and away with my arm as I hip escape, right? So I'm going to go, bang. See this big gap I made here? That's what I want. Once I make that gap, I'm going to pull my knee into that gap, okay? And you're going to point your toe, and you're going to drag your toe across his belly. Back to full guard, okay? Again, so if we're smart, he's coming into side control, I get my frames, okay? Because I don't want to be held here. I make the connection, I have his hip framed, I have his face framed. I do a big hip escape, right? Just like we do during warm-ups, and I push him that way, and I create some space. Next, I do a reverse hip escape back into him, right? And I bring this knee into that space that I just made, okay? And then I'm going to push ballerina toe, so point my toe, slide my foot across his belly, okay? That's if you're smart and you keep that space, okay? What do we do if we don't keep that space? So he's in here, I don't have this, I don't have this, okay? To get this frame back, a couple different tricks you could do. One is to roll real hard this way and swing your legs, and then whip them back, okay? So he has this space here. I'm going to swing my legs up and then whip them back down. That'll let me get this arm back into here, okay? If I can't get my arm in front of his face, all right, things we can do there once we get this arm back, I can do a big bridge and roll this way, like this, okay? And that will oftentimes create some space, or he'll post his hand, right? And that'll let me swim this in here. Or if he's just not having it, and I'm just nothing I can do, instead of doing the cross face to do the move, I can grab the back of his collar. This works pretty well. Not as good, but it's a good substitute, okay? Grab the back of the collar, frame the hip, and then you do everything the exact same. I'm pushing up and away, I'm hip escaping out, creating that space. Then I do a reverse hip escape back in, point my toe, drag it across his belly, get back to full guard, okay? So those two recoveries there. If he's inside my space, swing my legs up and whip my elbow back down, get this arm in. If I want to get it back in front of the face, I can bridge and roll this way and then maybe swing this here. If that's not working, I can just go to the back of the collar, bridge up, hip escape forward, bring my leg through, back to full guard. Okay? Any questions? Good? All right. Okay, let's partner up and run it. 1, 2, 3. Practice the escape and the position recovery.